Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Logik Live. I want to talk to you guys about hidden defects in Quebec. As we all know, buyers of property in Quebec are protected by what's called the warranty of quality. This is a notion that's recognized in law, and this is essentially the legal promise from a seller to the buyer that the property is free and clear of any undisclosed defects. So this warranty applies to the property, and not only the property itself, but any extension of it, any accessory of the actual real estate. So we can think of a pool, we can think of a chimney, we can think of a cabana. All of these things are actually included in that promise or in that warranty. So under law, a seller must disclose to the buyer any hidden defects, whether they know about it or not, that can negatively impact the use or the value for which the buyer purchased the property. So if they don't, he or she can be liable or held responsible for any damages that were caused by not disclosing this defect or this very important point. So let me get into the examples of a hidden defect. Number one, cracks in the foundation. This is an obvious one, has to be disclosed. Sometimes it's very obvious, so the inspector will pick up on it. Other times the garage is stuffed with things and you don't even notice that there's a crack until you actually take possession. This still has to be disclosed. Number two, mold in the walls, in the ceilings, underneath a floating floor. This has to be disclosed. Obviously, this is going to affect the value. Obviously, the discovery of mold in any of these locations can have a significant impact on the renovations, the construction costs that need to go into remediate. Absolutely needs to be disclosed. Number three, infestation. So obviously, you want your house to be clean. No rats, no infestation of bugs, anything else. This can be considered a hidden defect. Number four, inadequate wiring, plumbing, in the heating, in the cooling, or any of these systems. So I can think of a knob and tube. I can think of any wiring that's not consistent with what today's construction standards are. So if there are anything like that, for example, roots that are encroaching on the plumbing in front of a property, all of these can be considered a hidden defect. Number five, now this is a very nuanced one, a violent death, a suicide. You have to disclose it when you sell a property. Some people are very superstitious. Some people do not want to buy a property where that has occurred. So make sure to disclose it. And finally, a criminal activity, a mob or a gang related tie. If we discover that these existed in that location, it can be grounds for a claim under the auspice of a hidden defect claim. So that should be disclosed as well. So when is a problem that you discover considered a hidden defect? Well, you got to check out our next video so that we can help qualify the problem and check it out. If you like this video, don't forget to press on that little thumb. Don't forget to comment below, share the page, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.